Okay. Right, theme of this 2-week spread, holding on to what you got. Now, I've just picked this up and I see this one underneath. And I've only done one other because I do it by the birthday month, so that's Aquarius. And actually, I did read this card from picking the Aquarius one up, and it was the 10 of Swords. So if you have a Sun, Moon, Rising Pisces and a Sun, Moon, Rising Aquarius, please look at the Aquarius because it'll just give you more clarity. It's always wise to look at your Sun, Moon, Rising anyway. Okay. So from hardship, you're trying to hold on to what you've got in the material world. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can talk about being a bit miserly with your grounded stuff being mainly money, but it can be your job, your house, your home, the stability of your grounded stuff. Holding on for dear life, afraid of losing it. So much so, you can't move anywhere. It's a standing still card, this. You can't turn your head. You can't move them around on your knee. You can't go down the pub to pay for your drink that you don't want to do because you're too miserly at the moment. But you can't move anywhere. Look, very stationary card. Centre of your reading, Five of Rods. Five of Rods can talk about competition. Five of Rods can talk about sham fighting. Rods denoting passions, wants, beliefs, spirituality, actions. 5 people at this here, all of them with their own, what they believe in, what their inspirations are, what their spirituality is, what they are going to do. And that everyone, including yourself, because one of these hands is yours, believes that theirs is the correct one. And that's all you're talking about. You're not listening to anyone else. And if you look, it is sham fighting because none of these rods are touching. And I mean, it can be as silly as the toilet seat up and the toothpaste lid off and that sort of thing. But competition, passionate competition. Crossing you to help you or hinder you is a wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. Yes card. So, I mean, I can actually see, I'm trying to think of how it can hinder you, and I'm coming up blank because I can see the other cards as well. So, actually, yes, there is one way of hindering you. Right, so to help you, you're going to get your wish. It's going to help you, isn't it? And I imagine your wish is to stop the fighting. Okay, so upside down, yeah, you ain't going to get your wish. And the fighting is going to continue. And now looking at it, actually, this is going to be, and I'm not into 50% of people or anything like that, but actually it is correct that I think some of you will get your wish, whatever that is. It is a yes card. And there might be one or two that doesn't, because if you don't get your wish, it just carries on that fighting, doesn't it? To make sure you have this card in the upright. Lying below you, the King of Rods can be another person of the rod suit, being Aries, Sagittarius and Leo, Sun, Moon or Rising. The King denoting the top of the suit, very mature, this gentleman, although it can be a woman as well, but it might be the characteristics of it. He's often known as the married man, this fella. But he's the top of his suit. He can hold on to his beliefs, wants, spirituality, passions, actions, very calmly, stand them in front of him and, declare ownership of it without any qualms at all. This fella looks after his mind, soul and body, so he's down the gym, he's on a brain trainer and has salad with everything and water. Very, very, very sure of himself without being too cocky. However, although he's very, very sure of himself, he does have the ability to look at something new in a childlike way. And I don't mean that immaturely. I mean that when a child gets something for the first time, a baby gets something. So if a baby got hold of this for the first time, yeah, the baby will turn it upside down, will touch it, will feel it, will move it around, will taste it, will stick it in the ground, will stick it in the plug socket, will stick it down the toilet. And they do all those things because they want to see what happens. They're interested, they're learning. And he has the propensity to do that too. What lies behind you is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be another person, swords being Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Shown here as the Queen, but again denoting the maturity of it, so it can be a fellow if it's another person. Right, so the Queen of Swords learned her lessons the hard way, many hard knocks in her life, and now she's learned, and now she ain't doing them again. And she will tell you that she's not doing them again. And she will tell you why she's not doing them again. And she will tell you why you shouldn't do them again. And she will tell you what will happen if you do them again. And you can trust every single word that comes out of her mouth. You might be a bit afraid of her because what does come out of her mouth comes out in such a matter of fact. There it is on the table. You wouldn't argue with her. You can be quite afraid of her because it does come out very blunt. But there it is, clarity. There it is. Take it or leave it. Queen of Swords. So if our yes card is in the upright position here, you've got a wish fulfillment as far as this Queen of Swords. It might be that you want yourself to be. You want to have learnt your lessons big time and learnt them to a point where you ain't learning them again. You know them. Or it could be another person that is the Queen of Swords. And it could be that you've been battling with her and you don't want to anymore. Could be. And I suspect the Queen of Swords has got something to do with you holding on to your material stuff. Okay, what lies above you is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is known as the thief stealing out of the camp in the middle of the night. So you would have to be careful. Because he is looking towards this Four of Pentacles. So it can be that somebody's actually stealing your thoughts or your beliefs or, stealing something of yours. Not everything. They've not taken everything. But it also can mean a change of perspective. It can mean that, here is your swords, which is your thoughts, your clarities, your truth. You might have learned. And you're leaving two behind. Yep. Clearing out your own thoughts and taking with you go away, take it away from anything that doesn't belong to you, that you don't take ownership of. I mean, these are yours, but you're leaving them behind. You're sticking them into the ground and leaving them behind, taking with you what you want out of your spread. Okay, what lies ahead of you is the Devil card. The Devil card talks about being tied to something, drugs, rock and roll, cigarettes, alcohol, colour of eyeshadow, whatever it is, tied to a relationship, codependency, whatever it is, something that is unhealthy for you. That sounds awful, doesn't it? And this is where I think these Pisces, you Pisces, are split off into two. Because, right, so upright, yeah, okay, you've learnt your lessons. So at the back of you learning your lessons, although this is in front of you, it can be you're saying no to this addiction if there was addiction already there. It's at the back of your yes card. Have you learned? And then if we then turn it upside down, meaning the no card, and actually you have to be careful with this because this can denote don't be too smug about what you're doing. But if we turn it around as it's hindering you, that means you haven't learnt your lessons. You've not learnt your lesson yet. And what it is you've not learnt, you're going to be still tied to. So there is a major lesson here in just those two cards. Learn. How you see yourself is on fire. You see yourself with a brand new inspiration. You see yourself with a new passion for life. It might be spirituality, but it's been given to you by the universe as a gift for you to work on it. And that's how you see yourself. And actually, it's sort of there. And it could be that you see yourself on your road to this because you learnt your lessons from the last time, didn't you? Great way of seeing yourself. Ace of Rods, the beginning of a new fire in your belly that you might not have felt for a very long time. It can denote, I'm just looking at how the world sees you, and it can denote a brand new job, because the rods are actions, that you're passionate about, something that you're very passionate about. Other people see you as diligently working on something that you love. Whatever your pentacle is that you're holding on for dear life, you love it and you're working it. And there's your 4 up there now. They're on the wall. You don't have to hold on to them. You can free your hands to make more of this pentacle. And you love making more of this pentacle. It's something that you love doing. And it is looking out of your spread. So it is to the future. So you're working this new fire, aren't you? Big time. And the good news here, so I'm hoping the majority of you, this is put in this way. The good news here is he's got his back to this devil, to the future. He's turned his back on this devil because he learnt, didn't he? Certainly did. Okay, your hopes and fears, the Hierophant. To be correct, to have no issues with no one, paid your tax, no points on your licence. It can be that you're going for a licence or some form of, so this is man's law. The Hierophant, it talks about organisations conforming, being correct, having the right box ticked, having gone down. It can talk about licence. It's a marriage card as well. So it could be that you're hoping to be married. I don't know, but to be correct, do not have any issue with anybody at all. And when I say body, I mean body. So the council, everything is correct. That's what you're hoping for. And your fear would be you wouldn't get it. And again, it is directly next to the devil. So it can be whatever you were tied to really wasn't good for you, and you're going about the correct steps, but you're working the correct steps. So, I mean, if it's let's say alcohol, if it's alcohol, you're going to AA, you're going to Alcoholics Anonymous, you're going to the organisation, and you're conforming to what they're saying to you, and you're going to work it to get you where you want to go. I was getting a bit worried actually here. Now I'm reading these. This is sounding a lot better. Just watch yourselves here. Okay, the outcome. Great. 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. So there's a lot of pentacles here. And that is a standing still card, the theme. And this is taking a moment, waiting for things to come to fruition. You've put loads of work in. You're actually quite tired. And you're standing there guarding what you've got. Rather than this standing still business, you're actually allowing them to grow. And you're allowing them to grow to the point that you're going to get the most out of them. And it's at that point you're going to pick these fruits, these pentacles. And while you're doing it, you're watching to make sure that you can see what's coming, whether that's a heavy storm cloud or a set of pests, whether that's somebody who is trying to steal your crop. You have to be careful of that. Oh, and look, he's looking at him, actually. He's looking at him, standing guard, making sure that you get your 8 pentacles out of 7.